Fuck, guys, it's been a long ass year, and I've spent most of this year basically sitting on my ass, feeling sorry for myself. And I've attempted a few times to kickstart my life, so to speak, but it hasn't really been successful because it all keeps going back to the past and how I fucked things up with my wife and my life even. And you have to sit here and wonder, when is it gonna be enough? Whenever you gonna wake up and realize that enough is enough, and you need to just stop, basically. And I guess you, as a person, everybody in general has the ability to fool themselves into thinking that something's gonna happen when everybody else is telling you it's not. You think that things are going to work out in the end eventually, and sometimes you just got to wake up and realize that they're not. So, I guess it's taken me less time than some people, and more time than some people, but, I'm my own person, and I had to come into it however I had to come into it. So, if that makes any sense. I don't really know what I'm talking about right now. I'm just feeling kind of introspective and looking back on the past 10 months, and I've done a lot of things wrong. I kind of realize that now, but that's the past, and what I've realized in the past few days is that I can't do anything to change it, no matter how much I want to. I've started smoking again, if you'll excuse me. I've pretty much backpedaled in what I've been doing. And, it's not good. It's not healthy for anybody, especially me. And, I know that, as weird as it sounds, maybe not weird in this day and age, but, 5 years ago I wouldn't have been able to say, you guys have all been there for me. You're just a bunch of people that I've never met. And, to most people that would be weird, but you guys really have been there for me, and I really do appreciate that. And there are people that have negative things to say about it, but that just goes hand in hand. But I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. I guess that's life. Good things happen and bad things happen, and in the end you can't dwell on it, and you have to deal with it as it comes. And I could go on for weeks and weeks talking about my wife and the mistakes she's making, but that wouldn't be fair to her or to me, because she has her own reasons for doing what she's doing, and I might not agree with them, but it's her life, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, at this point, I've realized that it's time to just give up. Well, that may sound a little harsh, but it's time to just move on, basically. So, after the first of the year, I'm just gonna get my life back on track. And I don't really know what that entails yet, and it's kind of scary, to be honest. You would think I would be old enough to just get back into it and not have to worry about anything, but for a long time I've been self-employed. The last real job I had was when I was in high school, and for the past 6 or 7 years I've tried to keep the family business alive, and it's not working out now, because obviously I'm still living with my parents and don't have much to show for it. But I don't see that as a mistake. I see it as a learning experience. So basically anything I do from this point forward is going to be for me. And it may sound selfish, but sometimes you just got to take time and do things for yourself. And it took me a while to realize that, but at least I finally have. It could be worse. And that's what I've always said about life. It could always be worse. Regardless of what I'm going through or what any of you are going through, there can always be one thing or multiple things that could make it infinitely worse than it already is, you know? So, you know, you just gotta look on the bright side of things, find the silver lining. And I feel like I'm talking like Shay Carl now, but that's really true, because as corny as it is, that's the only way you're gonna survive this life. And you know, most people, I have caught myself talking shit about the person that my wife is with now, and that's not really fair to either of them, you know. I guess that was just testosterone, mainly jealousy speaking. But in the end, you know, it's not anything that that deserves to have that kind of mentality towards, regardless of how shitty it did turn out. But, you know, it's just time to move on. And I really do appreciate you guys for being there through all this stuff. And, you know, I know I haven't been myself, whatever myself is. And I guess it's time to reinvent myself, so to speak. And, you know, those of you who watch these vlogs know that I pretty much just turn the camera on and ramble, and I probably repeat myself 20 times and say you know and that kind of stuff. But I really do appreciate you guys watching it, because it's a way to stay sane, basically. So after the new year, putting down cigarettes again. I'm going to get back into losing weight. I haven't gained any back, but I do feel like crap right now because of smoking, and I had stopped walking and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay here, honestly. I'm giving serious thought about packing up and starting over somewhere else, because there's, you know, there's a lot of reminders here that I could do without. Not to say that I'll relapse again, but it would just be easier. And I never have taken the easy way out, and kind of wonder what it's like a little bit. So hopefully I'll be alright. But I just, I'm winging it, guys. I don't really know what I'm doing anymore. And, you know, I can honestly say that doesn't scare me now. Who knows where I'll be in a month or 6 months or a year. You know, I don't know. And for the first time in my life, I don't care, and it doesn't make me afraid. Because wherever I am, I will always have people that give a shit. And that's something that everybody needs to hang on to. You know, if you've lost friends for whatever reason, you should reevaluate it at some point. See why you lost them, and see if it was really some reason that, you know, was valid even. See if it was a good reason to not be a friend with somebody anymore. Because there are a lot of people over the years that I've alienated that, you know, I shouldn't have. And going through something like this gives you time to reflect on yourself. And some people will believe you've changed your outlook. Some people won't. But that's, it is what it is. And that's life. So it's just time for a change. Anyway, I've gone on long enough. I don't even want to count how many times I've repeated myself. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later.